Hi guys, I'm Dan from DB Games. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review of Lost Ruins of Arnak. If you are new to the channel, you may not know this, but if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I post about this quite a lot. It's one of my favourite games, and I'm going to say why today and discuss it in a bit more detail. If you played this one, if you have, let me know in the comments below. We find that it plays well at really every single player count. I play it 2-player with my missus quite a lot. We love it at 2. It's a bit more free, it's a bit more open. But at 3 and 4, there's a lot more interaction, there's a lot more competition between each player to try and get to the different spots and open up the different areas. And it's a really great game that works really well. I'm going to take this onto the board just to show you a bit about the detail of the game and why it's so good, and then talk about any downsides or things I don't really think people might not like. So let's get this one onto the table. So guys, for me, this is most probably the worst part about the game. And no, I don't mean the artwork on the box. I think the artwork's great. It really draws you into the theme. I mean, when you open the box and there's no insert or anything and you have to baggy everything up yourself, and I have to get these plastic tubs myself, the contents, and try and keep it in as best a condition as I possibly can. I hate it when the games don't have inserts to keep things in places. I hate when they're just rattling around everywhere. If I didn't have all these baggies and things to put these stuff in, then it'd be a right mess every time you come to set it out. And it does add a lot of extra time out opening up all these baggies. Like, we've got a 2-player set ready for me and my partner. The other pieces together, the coins, the different cards, all the bits, the solo player bits are somewhere else. It's just a bit of a faff getting through all of this, and I personally hate that. But that's the only really big bad side I have. So as you can see, this is the game board, and it works wonderfully well in this game. It's very thematic. The further into the island towards this mountain area you get, the harder the things are to open up. To start with, you're mainly going to these campsites that are nearby where you start. Then you go to your level 1 kind of vehicle or boat sites. Then to get even further up the map, you need to get to level 2s, which are much harder to open. They cost 6 green tokens, and these cost 3. They're meant to represent compasses. And then the items cost coins to go at the top, and the artifacts are paid for with compasses as well. So you've got to balance what you want to do. Do you want to pay green compasses to open up sites and beat off monsters? Or do you want to open up some more artifacts to give you better powers to do more things? And the biggest part of this game is travelling up this track at the side. So what you want to be trying to do is get any resources so that you can spend them to move your pieces up the side. And it all works in balance with each other. The more things you do out here, the more things you can do over here. The more cards you buy from the top, the more things you can do out here as well to get points and items to go up this track. There are basically 4 different resources in the game. 4 or 5. There's coins, there's green compasses, then there's 5. There's white stone tablets, there's blue kind of, I think they look like arrowheads, and then there's red kind of gems. And the red ones are the hardest to get normally. So it normally goes from hardest to easiest. It's normally coins, greens, the white slabs, then the blue, then the red, as per this thing left to right here. So as you get up, you need a mixture of these things to get through. So here you need a green and a blue. Then you can either take a red or a white and a blue. And it's up to you which directions you want to take to get up the track. But it's normally quite a fun and interesting puzzle. And of course, on the back, here's a different layout. So we have a double-sided board, which is great. Gives you a lot more variability. Different ways up the track. Some different rules as well on this. And if you end up getting expansions, which I'll do in another video, there's another double-sided board that can go on here as well. So giving you 4 different types of tracks. And then 2 different layouts for the map and the costs and the different ways of getting up here. So it's a really great worker placement, hand management, drafting cards and buying cards game. And it's all in a brilliant balance, and it works together wonderfully well. It really brings you into the theme. You really feel like you're exploring and trying to do stuff, but you're limited by your resources. So I absolutely love it, and it's one of my favourite games. This is a game that I think you'll really like if you're into Euro games. I highly suggest it. It's a really great placing just 2 men out at a time. The expansion, which I go into another video, adds a bit more depth and a bit more strategy and some more actions you can do. But just having 2 men to put out is fairly straightforward. Put a man there, get the resources, do the actions there, then try and get up the ladder with your resources. But actually it's quite a brain burning task to do it with your 5 cards you start each round with, your 2 men. You're trying to be efficient, you're trying to min-max the efficiency of your resource management and collection. Try and get as many resources as you can each round. Try and build up a better engine so that in round 3 and 4 and 5 you are getting these combos and then trying to get yourself up the ladder first before everyone else. It's just a brilliant battle for resources, a brilliant, fairly easy to follow game if you're a gamer. I'd say it's maybe middleweight, and it's just fantastic fun. I've played this maybe 25 to 30 times, and still it's different, and there's loads of different things that come out. There's different cards, there's different actions, there's different options people take that block where you want to go, and different monsters and different tiles. So the actual variability is really high. I scored this a 9.5. The only thing that I didn't really like in the main game is the way the box is put together. I would like a few more actions to get more stuff done. But in one game I did get to level 5 and I comboed about 20 cards together in a row. And I could see why they stopped at round 5 and didn't carry it on to around 6 or 7. Because the engine you build can get really strong. And if you get just the right combo of cards, you can just keep going and going and going. And then if someone else hasn't, that could be quite annoying. So I think it's a perfect length of game, normally about an hour. If you're new to the game, it could take up to an hour and a half maybe, if there's 3 or 4 of you. But a fantastic game. Highly, highly recommend it. Go check it out. It's Lost Ruins of Arnak by Czech Games edition. So check that one out, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. It would really help. Thanks. See you, guys.